We've heard about incredible stories of dogs waiting by their owners' graves for weeks, months, or even years. But this story is something else. This is the unbelievable story of an 8-year-old Labrador who refused to leave his owner's hospital room after she died. The dog's name was Benji, and he belonged to a woman named Helen Viola from Long Island, New York. Helen had been suffering from a rare autoimmune disease called dermatomyositis. The disease made her entire body feel very sore, stiff, and weak, and unfortunately, there was no cure for it. Helen had been sick for a long time, but thanks to her beloved dog, Benji, she never lost hope. Benji was more than just a pet to Helen. He was her service dog. She had trained him herself, and he helped her with everyday tasks like opening doors and getting dressed. Benji had been with Helen for 8 years, and they were best friends. Helen loved Benji more than anything in the world. And obviously, Benji loved Helen just as much. So she went to the hospital. At first, the doctors didn't know what was wrong with her, but after running some tests, they diagnosed her with a severe case of the flu. They admitted her right away and gave her medicine to help her fight the virus. Helen's family was worried about her. Her sister stayed by her bedside throughout the night, but Helen kept asking for Benji. The hospital wouldn't let the dog in, so Helen's sister had to keep telling her that he was outside waiting for her. Finally, in the morning, Helen's sister was able to convince the hospital staff to let Benji in for a little while. When Benji came into the room, Helen was so happy. She petted him and scratched his ears, and he licked her face. Then she told him how proud she was of him and how much she loved him. After Benji had spent some time with Helen, it was time for him to go. Her sister took him out to the car, but Benji didn't want to leave. He barked and whined and tried to get back into the hospital. But her sister held on tight to his leash, and eventually he calmed down. Over the next few days, Benji would come to visit Helen every day, but each time he had to leave. Helen got worse and worse, and soon she fell into a coma. Her family knew that it was only a matter of time before she passed away. They all gathered at the hospital, including Benji. They petted her and told her how much they loved her. Then, one by one, they left the room so that Helen could rest in peace. But Benji didn't want to leave. He stayed by her bedside all day and all night, refusing to leave her side. The nurses and doctors were amazed by the dog's loyalty and dedication. They had never seen anything like it before. Then, one morning, Helen's family came back to the hospital to say their final goodbyes. But when they walked into the room, they saw that Benji wasn't there. They looked everywhere for him, but he was nowhere to be found. Just when they were about to give up, they heard a knock at the door. It was the hospital staff. They told Helen's family that they had found Benji in the hospital kitchen. He had somehow gotten out of his leash and had been wandering around the hospital looking for Helen. Helen's family was relieved to find him, but they knew that it was time to let him go. They took him outside and said their final goodbyes. Then they brought him home. Benji was heartbroken. He missed Helen more than anything in the world. He spent all his time at home staring out the window, waiting for her to come back. One day, Helen's family decided to take Benji to the vet. They thought that maybe if he was busy doing something else, he wouldn't be so sad all the time. But as soon as the vet saw Benji, he knew what was wrong. He told Helen's family that the dog was suffering from separation anxiety, and that the only way to help him was to give him a new job. So the vet worked with Benji and trained him to do new tasks. Eventually, Benji was able to move on from Helen's death and live a happy life. But he never forgot her. Every day, he would stare up at the window and wait for her to come home. One day, Benji's family got a call from the vet. He told them that Benji had gotten out of his yard again and had gone missing. They searched for him everywhere, but they couldn't find him anywhere. They were starting to lose hope when suddenly they got a call from the police. They told them that they had found Benji at the local park. He had jumped the fence at the dog park and had run away. When Benji's family arrived at the park, they were shocked to see what he had done. He had dug a hole in the ground and had buried himself in it. They quickly dug him out and took him home, but they couldn't understand why he had done such a thing. As soon as they got him home, Benji ran to his bed and laid down. He didn't want to eat or drink, and he didn't want to play. He just wanted to sleep. His family was worried about him, but they didn't know what to do. Then, just when they were about to give up, Benji's family got a call from the vet. He told them that Benji was suffering from a rare medical condition called canine cognitive dysfunction. The condition makes dogs act like they have Alzheimer's disease, and in severe cases, it can make them forget who their owners are. The vet told Benji's family that the only way to help him was to give him a new job. So once again, Benji was trained to do new tasks. This time, he was trained to be a therapy dog, and he was amazing at it. He would visit hospitals and nursing homes and bring joy to everyone he met. But despite his success, Benji never forgot Helen. Every day, he would stare up at the window and wait for her to come home. Even though she had been gone for many years, Benji's love for her never faded. This dog's story is truly amazing. He is the most loyal dog that I have ever heard of. I can't imagine losing my dog and then still going to work every day to help other people. Benji is an inspiration to us all. What do you think? Is this the most amazing dog story you've ever heard? Tell me in the comments below. Also, please like and share this video with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe for more amazing animal videos. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.